quantum memory imprints and miasmas or blemishes left behind in time from our ancestors' genomes or markers. So, blemishes or residues, which are the garbage or residue left by the elementals of anger, envy, fear, generated by the mental, emotional body flow of the human being, because we are composed of many bodies, as I said, that is the etheric, the mental, the spiritual, and the physical. And also we have other bodies that is not known yet. And some we are composed of many bodies, many parts, or avatars, which may have been inserted in past life and recorded as patterns of family memory, which we usually designed as we call as family archetypes. This is in fact hereditary cellular memory and the family, which may have been codified or configured, for example, hundreds of years ago, around 400, 300,000 years ago, when all this new phase or timeline and as started to begin, and the new as species started to form. In fact, hereditary cellular memory in the family, which may have been codified hundreds of years ago when this family was formed. This codification manifests itself in most people with hereditary affinity within this contract, and the parents or the ancestral or the predecessors who generated it. Thus, we do carry in our genome our DNA, which literally means, metaphorically means divine natural oneness, which DNA, which means that divine natural divinity actually carries more than that. It carries the cellular memory or blueprinted, inserted in our ancestors and passed through times to their ancestor and to their descendants, that is in this case eyes, or it can the rabbit holes can get deeper than that. It could be also from you yourself living through times and passing down the blueprint carrying on, or could be the karma that you yourself carry. And the ancestor could be nothing but you yourself. This ancestor could have been a part of you. Break it into time and break into pieces. That means the ancestor could have been you in your past. In the you is a bit modified right now in the present. And I'd like to make a point here, say that this is a very crazy knowledge and insight for some people. It's not for the layman to concept, to understand all this, and it's all about metaphysics. This is not doctrine, this is not religion, this is pure metaphysics and as timeline history, okay? Not only S but the solar and the Milky Way system, the galaxies, in these galaxies. And it has nothing to do with religion. So if you are dogmatic, you have to come out from the hologram which you are in before you come here to understand this video, okay? Because it is a bit complex and dichotomic for some people who are not into it and doesn't have a basic knowledge of the subject. Alright? The condition for this coding to act on generic hair is the astral aspect where this soul has been programmed to store certain configuration of family program, allowing over time when that soul is in its process of hormonal maturation, which means that those programs are only activated when we reach certain age, usually for some during puberty, when the hormones is in change and is in movement and oscillating. So it's just the time when a lot of things happen in our life, and in memories of the past start to come to us, and we start to act in certain moods, certain kind of behavioral pattern, So that's the time when this kind of trait start to afflorate in you and start to come to the surface. All the problems, all the bull crap start in our lives. Like drinking, take drugs, sex without limit, promiscuity, and all the other things that is not very nice for you yourself, not only for society, but for you yourself. So it's just, you need to understand that it's just a program, okay? It's just a program which you have not yet solved or broken. You have not deleted this memory in your other past lives. So you carry out now. And sometimes, as I say, your ancestral, except your mother, your father, your grandparents, your great-parents, could have been you. I'm not saying that your mother and father is your parents or your grandparents or your great-parents, but the others, the ancestors, could have been you or could have been your parents itself. And so they carry it within themselves. And you also carry these traits in you, which were purposely planted in you, so as to form the matrix. And as I said, this video is all about science, pure science, and metaphysics. And that's what metaphysics is all about. It's all about science, because nothing is supernatural. Everything is pure science and technology. For those who doesn't know until now, science, supernatural stuff, supernaturality is nothing but science. It's technology. What they use is just magnetic fields to hidden the truth. Okay, so it has nothing to do with religion's dogmas or doctrines, but all about what is really happening in our reality and which is unknown to us. So it produces the coding plant and family karma, what we call family karma, family curses, bad lucks, and so on. Some people think that they were meant and born to be to suffer, to be miserable, to have bad luck, for prone to tragedies. And all that is already planted in you in a cellular blueprint memory, passing down from generation to generation. And then you all get trapped in some holographic mesh with its predecessors. The mesh is prepared to ensure that this condition is met, and the only way to undo this is when people seek spiritual help, or in this form sometimes you're very I would say people who follow you. Okay, there is things that follow you but you don't see, and this thing may be your ancestors' self, a part and avatar of your ancestors, and or people who you know, your soul family, or your twin flame, twin soul, which it's really meant is not two body who goes to bed and have sex, nothing to do with it, but your part, your avatar that's in another side and comes down to aid you in the process of knowledge and ascension. Okay, so what will happen is they come to help you. You don't have to even come to them most of the time. They'll come to you and give signs, and you have to be alert. It could be somebody teach you something, or you come across some article, some video. Okay, so that's the way how they express their help towards you. The Lord help us to help break this schedule. Often this program appears as if it were a spell of past lives or even a curse, and sometimes it may be for some family group, family nucleus to feel that it is so. Your life is all about tragedy, death, fights, bad luck, and finances, and Korea, and family problems, you see, and you feel that it's a curse. But don't feel like this. You have to find a way to break through it, because it's the reading that people do. Oh, it's the blueprint, and you have to break this blueprint in order to liberate yourself, to get free from all these past things, past self-sabotage, or even self-hologram. If we analyze in a deeper way until it's not wrong, since such a program is not a curse, since it leaves the entire family at the mercy of a contract that once realized an illusion of a different period of our current time. It means that it's a hologram and a contract, because you unknowingly and even forcibly under treat, you are pushed and forced literally to sign a contract before you incarnate here, before you come here. You are not supposed to reincarnate and live on this samsara wheel of misfortune, but you are to incarnate and do your time and do your mission, be happy, be okay, not to have all this kind of disgrace and misery and suffering that you see around us. We are here to incarnate and live through the primordial force that is the all there is, the all, the big prime life force, the energy, okay, the quantic big prime life. Nothing to do with all this is God that you are worshipping here now. And in this time in life, this time now, you are called to wake up, to leave the trance behind and wake up. Okay? Because you are not living in the past, in the very distant past, although everything is a linear time, everything is living right now. The past, the present, and the future are all here interconnected in one single line. It is called same timeline, but we don't see it because things, social construction have been created in such a way that everything has been divided and appears as if the past, the present, and the future are all separated, but actually it's not. Unfortunately not. But we are called in this time now to live a new age, and then to leave that reality that we call the past behind, where it belongs in all contracts, and then live for today. Okay, because there's no past, no future, although there is, but in a way, in reality, that's not. All that we have is today. Today is where we live. We don't live for tomorrow. We don't live for yesterday. And the yesterday of tomorrow is now today. This is a bit crazy, but you will get there once you measure yourself more. I'm 52 years of age, but since I was a teenager, I already knew more or less of these things. Okay, because I was configured in a way that I came just to express myself and help others. As well, me and these people, like this guy also, he's a Brazilian man, and he helped people to wake themselves up. And they don't need to pay for that. It should be free. Helping people to wake themselves, to help themselves, should be free. And if finances is involved, then it is not natural, it is not honest or sincere. So employer memory, therefore, is something simple that works from the schedule of the astral, and therefore the less dogmas the person possesses, we send the less dogmas, the less is the possibility of being trapped in the astral world. That means that we are here, we have parts, cryogenic patterns, I say in other videos, that we have been cloned, we have been created in a way that our parties, our avatars, think of a pizza divided in many trillions of particles divided, but which make part of one whole pizza. So what happens is that our ancestors could be ours now in the present, they were ours in the past, and that they are still living parallel to us in another world, and that's why sometimes we live up to all the sufferings that surface now in the present from the past. And all this agony, this mental turmoil that the world lives from time to time and resurfaces each time now. And this is very complex and very dichotomic. It's not for everybody to understand this, especially not the very young people, especially so the young and minds, even those they are of 60 or 80-year-old or even 50 or even 40s. The less the possibility of being trapped in the astral, the more we learn to free ourselves from our blemishes. The easier it is to get out of the wheel of samsara, which one is a trap, but a trap is it is a hijacked thing, a created thing to keeps people prison in the system of the matrix, and this began the first ascension, which is to get out of the incarnational cycle. And I repeat, we are here to be incarnated, to live the all, to experience itself, the all in the body. Okay? Is to experience the all in the body, not to keep on the vicious cycle and apologies to it and excuses. Understand that you were bad, the bad wolf, the bad sheep, the black sheep. No, nobody come here to pay for nothing. You come only to experience yourself anew in the very present of now. Co-create yourself and co-create with the all there is. Liberate your thoughts, liberate yourselves, and think different in the present of now. Okay? So this wheel of samsara is a bogus thing, is a hoax. It doesn't exist. Dharma, you don't have to be in certain way to deserve certain thing. No, this is a convention created for the matrix that we live in. You don't have to have Dharma. You are here to co-create and to remember who you are. You already are all this. You are divine selves, divine beings. You are not less people. You are more than you think you are. Wake up. And we are here to remember. We are not here to learn anything. This is not a school of hard knocks, not meant to be. This is a school of experiences, but not bad one. Doesn't have to be. We are here not to remember, but to remind. What is remind? To connect the mind to the divine self that you are. Okay? Remind. That's mean to connect, to reconnect yourself. Life is not to forget, but to forgive also. Now give yourself, allow yourself this gift to remember who you are. The very moment of now. You are here to remember who you are. Now live up to these remembrances. It's all there in your blueprint, although it has been it's only switched it off. We have around 72 to 12 switches of remembrance within our body, and in the previous species of us. But unfortunately, we were cloned, we were manipulated with, and we were in this 72 to 12 chakras has been unfortunately switched it off, and I left here just 2 switches on, which made us so dement, so incapable and limited. Like many of us think that we are, and then less than 2 and you would just drop and defecate on the floor just like a bird does. When this occurs, we let the emotional aspects of duality guide our lives and allow only the energy of holograms and social parameters to sustain the parameters of our lives. When we begin the process of silencing the mind and learning to listen to the heart and the higher planes, we begin the journey towards the sacred inner, the sacred inner self, the journey toward ourself, our God self, the divine being of our spirituality. Okay, and our divine self, not quite spirituality, but all what it is. Everything is just energy, emotion, energy electronically, emotion. This procedure begins to settle the contact with the plans of the masters of the White Brotherhood, and if that, I don't know what White Brotherhood and whatever, it serves you. What matters in life is what serves you. It serves you to see all good, to think all good, and to do all good, and to try and do the no good. If your answer is yes, then you go for the bright side of things. But if you say what you like, and what serves you is to be bad and to do bad things and to hear bad things, to see bad things and to think bad things, then you're gonna live in this hologram, which is fake. Which is fake, because everything that you see is fake, people. Everything that you see is fake. Nothing is real, and everything that you see is but a computer programming. We are inside of computer programming, and what we are living up right now is a script. A script in which your gods laugh at you all clowns, and then the gods all clap hands to your performance. Believe in this sport and sports and politics, the politics arena, and the social, cultural, and religious. They all clap hands to your performance, and they laugh at you. And I wish that they would laugh with you all, but they don't. They laugh at you. And so life is but a stage where everybody perform their script. The script, the hologram created for you all, And all those that you follow is clapping hand at you. And some of you are going through the flow, this flow. And some of you make part of it, and some of you become it. And then you wonder, where did I do wrong? Why the life's like that? Why the world's the way it is? And why I'm so miserable? I cannot do nothing to help myself. And I once brought up to be unhappy. I was brought up to be miserable. Then when you say that, you are film and you create holograms to yourself. And that's what the systems wants from you. And it's sad. It is really sad. When this occult emotional aspect duality guide our lives, so this is duality. When you live, there's only one side, only one pole, but sometimes, but here in this quadrant, on solar system, on Milky Way, or even the matrix, we are living polarity and even multiplicity. In psychology, I would call, I'm not very educated, but I'm very intelligent and wise. And so in psychology, I would call it this of dissonancy, multiplicity of dissonancy. That means you disassociate with yourself, but with a good reason, because you don't know who you are. With so many multiplicity carried out from time to time, from past to present. It only makes you what? Makes you not even bipolar, but multiple polar. Because you are living a dissonant reality of multiplicity and confusion. And you are not to be blamed. Hang on there. You are not to be blamed. All you have to do is to seek out the truth about yourself and who you are. Try to remember who you are. And allow only the energy of the hologram, social parameter, system parameter. Okay, I did that already. So the master of the white brotherhood, it can be white and black, doesn't matter. It can be brown, blue, green, but as long as it serves you, I stop it there. As long as it serves you, and if that, automatically the codification of the ascension. Settle the contact with the plans of the masters of the brotherhood, and with that automatically the codification of the ascension. Therefore, you also have to create the condition of the codification of ascension. But this implies breaking the hereditary parameters of the illusion. Try not to think as your ancestral. Love your ancestral, honor them. Know you that they are not to be blamed, because they are as a victim of the system as we are, okay? They also are as vulnerable and as victims as we are. Victim of the system, victim of holograms, victim of configurations. And as scripts created on purpose for them to leave the matrix, okay? To leave a stage which is not even true. Alright, so don't worry, don't have when you are sad, lonely, or have lost something, lost your love, lost your parents, lost your money. Most people nowadays are only caring for money and go crazy when you lost money. When you lost your money, lost whatever, lost your children. Always think that all this is a game, people. All this is a game. You all don't have to think much at the point of going crazy or even do stupid thing. Carry on, hang on there, and look for truth, because even the times of your greatest darkness, where you're gonna see the light and one brightness beyond the tunnel. I'm not saying that you have to die and go to the tunnel, because you may get into trapped. The light most of the time after death is a trap. not say that. It's just a metaphoric way of an analogy that when you are here having problem within this body, to reflect before you do stupid thing. Reflect, okay? Think and know who you are, and laugh at all that. Laugh at yourself. Laugh at the others. Laugh at those scripts done to you. And I think, well, I have been through this, and look at me now. I'm okay as it is. I'm still okay, even though I have been through this throughout lifetime, which I don't remember, because it has been deleted from my memory when I left the body the last time round. So you don't have to worry, okay? That's the way how to live, how to navigate the tsunamis and the earthquake of life. When the individual understands this and initiates a personal internal process of releasing this miasm, they cut off, not only he but she, whatever, they cut off with many attitudes and realities around them. See? Precisely by co-creating a new universe around him and within yourself, within themselves, which gives you a new stage in your life. This procedure breaks the temporal line of these miasmas, which is blemishes and karma in relation to past lives. There's not to be karma, no such thing as karma. Karma, people, is the misery of the soul, knowing that you have done something stupid, to blemish, to create holograms for yourself. Okay? Karma is killing people. Men killing human for gain, just as they do in America Latina and Middle East, whatever, in Africa. They kill human there for fun, for games. And they also kill children for game, for fun. These people, this is the stupid, this is your karma. When you stop to think and you start to die inside, many of you. Some poor things are already so full of what I call scars, mental, emotional, spiritual scars, that they already have no more feelings, their heart no more beating, their mind is no more thinking, and they have no more feelings. But karma in hell is when you stop to think the stupid thing that you did in lives, and not something that you have to come here to pay debts. Nobody have debts. Maybe the debt is when the people come to your door, knock at you. Hello, did you pay your debts? Come here to get my money back, my debt back, or what, my credit back, whatever. And the bank send a letter to you. This is that. This is a script on the matrix. This is that, but not the that you think. Not this thing of karma. No such thing. It doesn't exist. This new program in your life requires only the discernment between the right to act and the disenchantment, the break free from the illusion which you are in. Because this universe is a universe of incantation, of fantasies, people. Nothing is really real. This is a universe of illusion. So when you break free from this illusion that present reality presents to yourself, then disappears to yourself, and you learn to listen to the heart and silence the mind. Stop the babbling. I'm babbling here, but in real time I don't talk to nobody. I'm a quiet person. I'm a solitary wolf, and I do not talk to nobody. So I can come to here and talk, but don't like to talk. In reality, I don't talk much. And those people who like to talk so much, usually the mind is so babbling, so busy, Your body is so busy talking that you forget to go inside, and you forget yourself, and you forget to think, and you forget to come out from the illusion that you are in, that you put yourselves in with ignorance and lack of awareness and lack of consciousness. Okay? And then when you silence the mind, you will control the holograms, which is the incantation that you must put to you, which has spoon to throughout all these millennia and these millions and millions and 100,000 years that you have been living here in this quadrant. Lose strength, then this hologram loses strength over you, then you start to see the real picture, because until now we are seeing only what? We are seeing only the trees, but not the forest, not the big, great spectrum. We are only see what they want us to see and what even you want to see. And then you'll become your own toward ascension, for there is no longer a need to reincarnate in the earthly reality of the physical body. Become automatically astral condition. It's next person, and then you don't have to become let's say a victim. You're not gonna become the cause of it, or you'll be cause. You will just be a co-creation of it. You're not gonna be the cause of it or be cause. When you think for consciously and you go within and let the bubble outside the world, thinking about monetary things and financial things and material life, because there where all the fantasies lies. That's what the matrix was made for. Not only on us, but others, hundreds of other planets living up the same theater, the same drama, as I called. The path that each will follow will be defined only by you through your choices. I present to you a path among others, obviously, but regardless of the way, the mechanism is important. For some, especially in truth and sometimes in the reality that of our lives, of our existence, what important people is not the results. They want the experience of it. They don't want the results. They want experiences which is valid. And that this is what the matrix all for, experiences. Whether good or bad, they say, I don't care. I'll just give you toys to play. Go there and play. I give you all the tools necessary for you to play and make your creations. But if you get hurt in the process, the problem is yours. Because I don't care. I don't care for the process. I don't care for the results. I care for the experiences of your creation. Okay? I see that it's like that at work, or I speak Portuguese. It's this way how it works. But regardless of the way, the mechanism is important. The mechanism is the experience. And the way is how you create your reality. When we began capturing parallel realities of our stellar ancestral federations, we capture blemishes in the timeline, because we carry, as I say, you carry the blueprint of our ancestral, be them in this earth or other planets. Listen, this subject is for those who are in tune into it, okay? who can synchronize the feet and already know about it more or less. It's called metaphysics, not ufology or whatever, not doctrine, not dogmatism or religion, but it is in a subject is a reality, a quantum mechanism reality and a metaphysics. Okay, it's a very deep one, but still there is more. The orbital hole is much deeper than that. We capture the blemishes from these beings, because we all carry their genome also within us, because our body is made of many stellar genomes as well. But from an astral flow of other civilizations that are actually encoded in our cryogenic body, even soulmates living on other planets. And it could be also that, as I explained before, that as we are cryogenic invention, we have avatar splits. We have the various parts of us scattered in other planets, in other realms, also living there. And we do carry all the traits that carry here may come from there. And also soulmates is a part of you, and not somebody that you bad and do things that is nothing to do with ultimate reality, okay, in our quantum physics. So the soulmate is a part of you. What we have here is only twin flames. Twin flames are only souls that incarnate here in past life, that you had with you in past life, that had lives with you in past lives. Okay, that's the twin flames. And then the hologram is such, the hologram created when you come here, you re-enter into this, into the physical life. The hologram is such that you're gonna pay debts to your soulmates. Soulmates can be your parents, can be your cousins, can be your siblings, can be friends, can be co-workers, and could be that man or that woman, whatever, that you have a relationship, romantic whatsoever, or lustful things with, and you create a cord, a spiritual cord with them. Understand? So sometimes we have dramas here with all the spiritually those that is concerned with sexual relation. We create a lot of cord, spiritual cord with them, because when you have sex, you do carry the energy of the other into you, and even part of your DNA. But this is for another video, okay? Another subject, another studies. When you do have sex with somebody, you do carry a part of your DNA with them. That's why it's very important for you to understand the complexity and the dynamics of sex, of sexual relations. Later, maybe I'll do a video on these studies. But now, let's start to this one. Or even soulmate live another planet. With the approach of the phantom belt, another start. This one is about the ray. Is more or less an X-ray, I will say. Is a ray, a particle of laser or ray, whatever that one shoot. In this century now, the age of Aquariums, the prime creators, two prime creators, they sent shoots of ray, but you don't see it. But it has nothing to do with what they call chemtrails. This one's another thing. This one is another faction who want to destroy and decimate some of our bodies here. Okay? Because the Earth come to a crucial point in demography that and it was created on purpose. This was not by nature. This was by design. I call it by design. Okay, so they think that they have to decimate and leave just they have to separate the wheat from the the what they call those sheet wheat from the sheet, something like this in English that they say. Or remove the herbs from the wide herbs there that grows wide, something like that. So they are shifting now. They call shifting. They are sifting everything now. They are filtering, and that's why they want to know what's their genetic. My genetic is that I have some very ancestral beings in me and my genetic code, and I have almost all the code. I have been kidnapped by aliens, and I have Uranus, I have Saturn, I have Mars, I have Neanderthal, I have bronzy people genome. I have farmers that went to Europe. I have a lot. I have the young people, that's a very ancestral one that come from Asia. I have blacks. I have north. I have Middle East, which is the farmer that came to Europe. I have the North Europeans also. I have the Iberian, which I have Roman. I have Greco-Romans. I have a lot of genome in me. I'm a mixed pot of genomes, and it is our duty to impart what we know. We are here incarnating this time to spread, if possible, not false lies and not fake news, as they say, but the truth for those who want to find the truth, and the truth that which you want to accept, and that which serves you in the moment of now. I cannot in whatsoever is beyond my scope to force anybody to follow what they don't want to follow. Okay, because you have free will, have free will, and Latin we call free arbitrary will. So you have free will to follow what you want. Okay, and nobody has the right whatsoever to force anybody in any path that you don't want to follow, because anybody is free. But look at what serves you and not, because it's very crucial both to live here and to leave this body. So the Prime Creator, they said they shoot rays across the skies, and many people don't know what to do with it, and the side that has become the way it is. The Prime Creator is doing that to wake many people up, because they are trying to do another. They want to give an end to this timeline, because called timeline. Just think of a pyramid where many timeline, you understand, many timelines create. Just think of a pyramid, and then there's top, there's below, and then each layer is a timeline, is a script, a drama created for the matrix. And what happens is that this timeline that we are living right now, and we are very lucky in a way that we are here in the body and living up all that, and watching all this taking place, and living up all those dramas, misery, which is not pleasant for our soul and for our mind to see. But in a way, we are lucky to go through all, to be here now in this time. Is a stage in which is almost concluding, and the only thing for you all to do now is to see who you are. Look for knowledge beyond of which were taught to you. Okay, think outside the box. think outside the context, and all the holograms create for you, and then passing down from ancestral to descendants. And so in this time, people don't know what to do with this very heavy vibration that the earth is spawned upon the earth. And then what happened, that many people is going by say killing child, and men killing woman for funny, killing children, and many things coming out from surface. Many corruption deeds now resurfacing, and many geopolitical things also being brought to the surface, like nuclear plants being they are trying to work out things and try not to repeat, or maybe started a new war of with nuclear weapons, you see. So all this is being resolving. Is trying the beings that behind all that, the beings that even is responsible and the others who are against it, are trying to solve all those conflicts, and trying to reach an argument in a diplomatic way, okay, before this timeline of Earth is concluded. And it will go on until, I would say, 2030, and after 2020, where things will take speed, will take much speed, and the nano age started in the 80s, where things start to speed it up, and all the events start to take place. And now we are in the crucial moment of another signs of things to come, and by 2030 maybe things will be concluded. We are not promising that something good will happen, or of very bad mass proportion also will happen. No, nobody actually knows, because one thing about it is what saves us is our aspect of we are unpredictable. Our unpredictability is what saves us most of the time. So you not know what's gonna happen tomorrow, because nobody can predict the future. We can just guess what may happen, but depend on your plans of now, the present, the today, not yesterday or tomorrow, but today. It's what will determine what will happen to you and the present of now, or what you call the future. Okay, so we don't know actually what's gonna happen. It can happen anything or nothing at all, and the things will go on as it is, but ultimately the changes within you, and we have to save yourself, and nobody will come to save ourselves. No motherships, no Jesus, no gods, no ancestral, although ancestrals or our avatar or our soulmates or our soul family, yes, they do aid us here, they do guide us, like they are guiding me, they have always protected me, they always guided me, I know. And this ancestral is what you carry in your genome, in your genetic makeup or composition. So with the approach of the photon bed, we have a cohesion of reality that is activating the sensory perception. The sensory perception, many people start to become more psychic, because we always been psychic, but by design of some I would say some beings that is not very ethics. They, as I say, they switch it off our capacity of we have psychic sensory perception, and of humanity to the stellar aspect in the life of the other planets, because we carry the genome of other planets, and we have capacity. We are very powerful beings. We have been there in 72 species. So who is to say that we don't carry all the genomes? Who is to say that we're not capable of many things? But it all ultimately depends on our determination. Determination is everything. Prosto potom behave cohesive perception, and this automatically connects humanity to other realities and planets and planes of existing sea, parallel to that of Earth, creating the connection of the cellular memory, lethal or residues, next to the morontial and atomic body. So to understand this, we are made up of many particles and many atoms, neutrons, and all this atomic body or baryonic matter. And for this we have to go to the start of quantum mechanics and quantum mechanism, quantum physics, to understand more of our composition. So this photon belt is gonna wake us up in the cellular level, understand? In the microscopic cellular level. And what happened, many people don't know what to do with it. It's too powerful for them, because they're not prepared, many of us here, because we are living in this trance and disillusion. And what happened, many people start to killing, do stupid things, understand? And even some commit suicide, which I'm not against, neither in favor. Each one, understand? And to kill is worse than commit suicide. For me, to my ethics, my moral ethics, I think this way, that kill a thing that you did not create is worse, far worse, 100 times worse than you kill yourself. Because what is a life if you don't live in dignity? It's better to die in dignity than to live without dignity and dependent on others. And I hate to depend on others. I'd rather die. I mean, not die. Leave the body, leave this carcass, leave this shell, this body suit, than to suffer and live in no dignity. Because dignity is all that we have. It's not the money that will define you, but it's dignity, it's ethic, it's moral that defines you. Okay, and not money, not prestige, and not elitism, and not status. Okay, so what happens is that many people don't know what to do, and many of you are doing stupid things here because you don't know and what to do. Get to nature, step the ground, step that what they call that lawn, the green, touch that plant, smell that flower, touch that animal, that cat, carry him to your arms, kiss it, touch that dog, kiss it, even that monkey, that cow, that goat, that child. Love your children, love them, because children teaches you a lot. Perseverance, patience, unconditional love, and forgiveness and forgetfulness, because they forget all the evil things that you have done to them. But once they grow up, they will remember, because the hologram will catch them. But while they are young, Johnny or Mary will always forgive their parents. They will love papi, daddy, and mommy. Okay? So respect your children, love them. Respect your dog, respect your cat, respect your chicken, respect your goat, respect your cow. This process is a breakthrough and the spiritual aspect of humanity. Oh yeah, in respect to your plant also has life, the green, the rocks, all this has life, and molecules inside, has atoms, all this is life. This process is a breakthrough in the spiritual aspect of humanity that gradually frees it from the timid religion's belief of a single dogmatic and cruel God, a God that punishes, egocentric God that really kills everybody who he is jealous of and who does not serve or worships him. Generate permeability for the issue of other gods, the gods who fight each other for power and reverence and sovereignty and worship, coming from planets and dimensions beyond earthly reality, which is the atheist God. I call the atheist God. The process allows the channeling of subtle plans and at the same time the breach of submission contracts. It's very important to find a way how to break contracts. I already have done mine 2016 and now I'm free and I feel better. No more stalking, no more holograms imposed to me, and no more pains, whether physical or emotional. However, it also generates the condition of fanaticism towards the possibility of beings from space helping humanity to overcome the problem, which is already creating another hologram. When you go to ufology and you think that Ashtar Sharan or whatever is gonna come and help you with motherships, no way. You are creating holograms thinking this way. Same time, it's the same thing as you wait for a crust. When the crust is within you, you are crust, a crystal being of molecular composition and creation. It's not that crust, not that religion icon, that Jesus that will come and save you. Wait forever, take a number, billions, and then wait and sit down and lie down. Don't sit down, lay down, because you're gonna wait forever and you're gonna die and reincarnate, and this day will never come. So to overcome the problem is already co-creation another hologram that this beings our savior, and again another crust, another hologram or another script or configuration is created.